Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 103, and today we are returning with two very big games with our Lions at the end of the season as we face Arsenal at home at the Den in a battle for the top four place, and also take on Newcastle United at Wembley in the FA Cup semi-final, aiming to reach the FA Cup final for the first time in the series. And there is nothing to show you off camera because, of course, 2 days ago you would have seen the 2-2 draw against Inter in that thrilling Europa League quarter-final second leg of the Den, which of course put us out of the competition on the aggregate ruling by, was it 4-3 in the end? Pretty sure it was, yeah, 4-3. And of course our loss to Manchester City by a goal to nil at the Etihad Stadium, which basically now sees the Premier League title won once again by Manchester City. They're 9 points clear of Chelsea, 5 games to go. Destiny is firmly in their hands. They should end up winning it now. Of course, now at the Europa League as well, we were going for the treble. Now it's just a single. The only thing we can win now is the FA Cup. We've never won it once in the series before, and of course today we do indeed take on Newcastle in the semis. Right now in the race for the top 4 places, it's so tight right now. We're only in third place by 3 points at a Stoke in fourth, and 4 points at a United in fifth, and also Arsenal as well, who we don't have a game in hand on, unlike those two teams right there. They're only 5 points behind us, and we played them today. So yeah, massive game today in the race for a top 4 place. Need to at the very least get a point, but after no wins in 4, I'm targeting the win. So heading into the game, this will be our team 4-2-4 as we always play in the league, and of course just a one injury right now, Carl Allsop, who is now out for the rest of the season after the injury against Inter in the last episode. And this is our team. We've got Pekovic in goal, about for retirement, Ferinček, Daniel and Pereira as well, to make a few changes to our lineup after the loss on the weekend. Dobby and McKennie are our CMs, with McKennie stepping in for Paolo, now playing in the ball midfield role, and on the wings Pingu on the left and Webster on the right hand side. And up top he's back, Julian Benker starting up top alongside Dale Kabaki. On the bench Rulli, Stones, Nana, Paolo, Marcel Ox, Louise and Marek Kuchar as well. So first game, it's Arsenal. It's a massive one. We've got to get at least a point, but I'm targeting to win. Come on, you Lions. And also just a quick story time as well for those that are interested as to why there was no episode yesterday. If you're sitting down to have your dinner, as some of you guys do when you watch this series, I would advise to put the fork and knife down real quickly. But basically yesterday, the reason there was no video is because I woke up in the morning, I went into the living room, and I consider myself to be quite a hygienic person, quite sanitary. Everyone who comes into my flat for the first time always compliments me on the cleanliness and the tidiness of it, as Panda's on the ball and goes for goal from 25 yards, puts it wide. I woke up in the morning yesterday and I turned the lights on, and a couple of flies buzzed past me, and I was like, well, that's quite interesting. Opened the blinds to the balcony, and I saw about 10, maybe 12 flies just sat either on the window or on the windowsill. And basically I had an overnight fly infestation, because on Monday night my other half and I went out for dinner, as we always go out on the 8th for dinner, and we came back and they noticed there was a couple of flies that buzzed around the lampshade. Didn't really think anything of it really, and just so quickly as Kabaki fires one wide, it was an overnight infestation of flies, and it was disgusting. It was so gross, or gross as I say. And so I spent the entire day yesterday having a deep cleanse, because the last thing I want is flies also sharing this flat with me, because they won't be paying their share of rent, I tell you. So I spent the whole day yesterday basically turning the flat upside down, cleaning every single corner, looking for where they'd been spawning, if you will, but I couldn't really find where they'd been, and it might have just been a sudden influx as Traverius crosses plot there and goes straight to Pekovic. So anyway, I spent the whole day yesterday cleaning the flat, and that's why there was no episode, because I didn't want to be recording the commentary and being mindful of the fact there's going to be flies all around me. Anyway, they seem to have been dealt with now, thank goodness, and as Pingu finds Benker, we might go a goal up, and we should have done. Julian was through, puts it into the side netting, hasn't scored a goal in a while now, just came back from a knock, puts that shot wide. That might be the best chance he gets all game, and it's still 0-0. Been a few highlights already in this game, and another one falling here with Thomas down the right hand side, tackled by Timon, and as Pingu finds Benker, away we go on the break here. Julian on the ball, cuts inside and finds Kabaki. He's got Webster with him, he goes himself instead and hits the post as he rolls it on to the left hand side of the woodwork. and it trickles behind for a goal kick. Still 0-0. We've actually played quite well in this first half. 2 clear-cut chances, and now hitting the woodwork as well, but just can't find that breakthrough. Tyman's cross cleared away. We'll keep the chance alive with Weston McKennie finding Clinton Webster. And Webster to Pereira, down the right-hand side, back into Clinton. And a number 7 crosses. Benker is there off the woodwork, and he plays a 1-2 with a crossbar. And Julian Benker ends his goal drought. Back from injury, back in the starting 11, and back on the score sheet. Lovely work by Clinton, who's not picked up a goal or an assist in quite some time now. And unfortunately for him, due to the deflection off the woodwork, he won't get credited with this one. Lovely cross to centre though, picks out his Austrian bro off the bar and then heads it back in again. Lovely 1-2 there, and it's 1-0. Here come the Gunners looking for a response. Alexander Isaac on the ball down his left-hand side. Tackled by Pereira, who's really stepped it up this season after a slow start to his Millwall career. And as Kabaki almost found Benker, Arsenal get it away. Nice spell of pressure this though by the Lions, but as Arsenal get the ball back in their possession, Panda is running at blue shirts and goes for goal, but fires it over the bar. They've had 7 shots, but only 1 of which has found the target. Same could be said for us though. 8 shots, only 1 on target. We've found the back of the net. Still leading by a goal. Second half to come. This will be a massive result if we can get it. We'll extend the gap on Stoke United and Arsenal in the race for the top 4, and we'll still have a game on the former 2 as well. So 45 minutes to go. Big 45 minutes in the season. Got to hold on to the 3 points. Come on. After a very action-packed first half, there's been nothing to report in the second. It's still 1-0, and right on cue, there's a highlight with 15 minutes to go. Chelsea have just taken the lead away at Huddersfield, which puts them back into second. And as Benker finds Kabaki, golden chance for Dale, but fires it over. We could have gone 2 goals up there. I'm reluctant to make changes because right now, every player, or almost every player, is feeling good in their mentalities. And as Ferencek puts it, we've won a penalty and a chance to go 2 goals up. Now, Benker, I was going to say next time he got one, I'd change him. Benker's going to take it. He's missed quite a few penalties this season. He missed one very recently, but this time he converts, coolest of finishes, and Julian Benker, back with a brace, makes it 2-0 with his 22nd of the season, and that should put the result beyond doubt now. A penalty, well, not sure who won the penalty, there might be Ferencek pushed, but Benker dispatches it 2-0, and this should be a big win for the Lions. Get in, Julian. As I freshen things up with a treble change here, Pingu finds Nana just off the bench down the left-hand side with fresh legs, crosses to the middle, and it's going to hit Nana Achiampong with scoring. The Linos running back, so the goal's going to stand. Is that his first goal? It is his first ever goal for the club, and what a bizarre one. Just brought him off the bench for fresh legs and energy, and also to regain some match sharpness, as I want to play him on the weekend against Newcastle and give time in the rest. Good boy Pingu, Nana on the overlap, takes a touch, whips one into the centre, and the goalkeeper's totally misjudged the flight of that one. Sails over him and finds the back of the net. Millwall 3, Arsenal 0, 3 points in the bag. What a bizarre goal. And once again, I will say this as the game comes to its close. There is a highlight here as we look for a 4th goal. This is the importance of holding a team meeting as Webster crosses, and Benker almost completed his hat-trick, and Pingu denied by a fabulous save by Lucas on the line as Arsenal get it away. Before the game, I did a team meeting, and I said to the boys, come on, things haven't been going our way, but get your heads up, we can do this, Just all the sort of just random team talk you do, the random team meeting sort of like layout, not layout, what am I saying here? I've got no idea what I'm saying. The random team meeting preset words, sentence. What am I talking about? This is the importance of team meetings though. I did one and the players responded positively. God knows, I think the team meeting was more coherent than that, but as Benker has made it 4-0, I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying. This is the importance of team meetings basically. I can't concentrate. Nana with the ball forward, Julian Benker latches onto it, and it's 4-0 to the Lions. And Nana, in 10 minutes of players, come off the bench and scored his first goal for the club and got an assist as well. Benker's got his hat-trick, 4-0 Millwall. What a performance. Some people say the art of commentaries are dying on YouTube for gaming. If they could have heard that sentence, they would be definitely feeling quite confident about that statement. Anyway, it's still 4-0, and the game's going to come to its close there. Final whistle is blown, and it is all over. So a massive, massive win in a massive, massive game. Great to get back on track. Very happy result and the way you played. Every single player apart from Tua are motivated. Kabaki played poorly, though, with 6.10s. We'll individually criticise him. That's fired him up. And also we'll calmly praise Clinton, who, again, hasn't got a goal or an assist in such a long time now. He had an amazing start to the season. I've totally jinxed him. I still can't believe he's been on 9 goals for pretty much the entire second half of the season. I'm still waiting for him to get to double figures for the first time in the series. It's probably not going to happen now. But anyway, big win there, and that means in the Premier League table, as you can see, we still have the game in hand. Oh, no, we don't anymore. We've not got a game in hand anyone right now. But we are now 6 points clear of Stoke in 4th. We are 7 points clear of United in 5th. And we're now 8 points clear of Arsenal in 6th as well. So it's still possible we could be caught up with 4 games to go. But destiny is in our own hands. We've got the best goal difference record out of the lot as well. So yeah, big win there. Great motivation to go into the Newcastle game as well. Massive response. So here we go then, moving into the second and final game of today's episode as we take on Newcastle United at Wembley. The winners of this semi-final will take on Arsenal as they just beat Chelsea yesterday in a thrilling affair there. So they won by 3-2. And also in the Premier League as well, we did just see yesterday as well, Huddersfield lost to Manchester United, so they're now jumped into 4th place and right now are only 4 points behind us. But also Stoke dropped points against Watford, so they remain outside the top 4. They're 5 points behind us, and of course we've got the game in hand on both those teams as well. So again, destiny firmly in our hands, win our next game, and we're all but there. So, second and final game, it is indeed Newcastle United here at Wembley as we try and reach the FA Cup final for the first time in the series and the first time since 2004. 24 years later, are we going to get back to the FA Cup final? And hopefully, if we do get there, this time have a more positive result come the end of 90 minutes. So, this is our team for the game, 4-2-4, same instructions, but quite a few changes. Rulli is in goal, our Cup and European goalkeeper, and it's back for Nana, Vacek, Ferenczek and Ranieri, with O'Reilly and Paolo as CMs. Louise and O'Connell are on the wings, and Benker and Marek Kuchar will lead the line together. So quite a few changes heading into the game here, as we've got... Do we have... No, we don't. Oh, I thought we had Liverpool on the weekend. Oh, it's on, sorry, in the week, it's Friday. So it's technically in midweek, but still. Okay, I got that wrong. My mistake. Anyway, on the bench, Pekovic, Stones, Pingu, Marcel Ox, Clinton Webster, Dale Kabaki, and John Reliable Black as well. So here we go. It is time for the second and final game. It's the FA Cup semi-final, Newcastle United. Let's reach the final for the first time in the series. Come on, you Lions. I was making changes heading into the game thinking we've got Liverpool in the week, so we've got to make sure we rotate our side, keep everyone fit for that game. Cannot afford to miss out the top 4. We can fail to win the FA Cup. We can't afford to miss out the top 4 and fail to qualify with the Champions League again. And then I got it wrong. We're not playing until Friday. But either way, still, point still stands. It's technically still midweek. Wait, is it midweek? Because it's not the middle of the week? No, not really. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a weekday. It's a weekday. I'll give myself that. But actually, technically, it'll be a weeknight. All right, just stop now. We've got 10 minutes to go in the half. We're still currently tied at 0-0. But our first target's going to fall here with a corner. Luis floats it in. Benjamin, our former defender, clears it away. Only as far as Paolo, whose shot is blocked, though, by Jay Da Silva and Miro Ferenczek, a rare goal scorer, has given us the lead. You know, this is really crazy. When we took on Newcastle United at St James Park in the Premier League this season, Da Silva played a back pass straight into Benker's feet, who had the finish. And if you remember, Jay Da Silva was part of our squad for a very brief period of time, and he's just given us the ball again. Obviously, this time a lot more unintentional. Ferenczek with a finish though, makes it 1-0, and the Croatian centre-back puts us a goal up. So a half of very few chances, but we lead by a goal, and we've taken the one opportunity we've got. And now just for the break, there might be another chance here. Keith slides it through towards Marek Kuchar, and the Cats knock the ball down the right-hand side. We'll whip it into the centre. Benker is there. Should have been 2. Some bad news 11 minutes after the restart. Everything was plain sailing, but now Ranieri is going to be forced off, and we don't have Pereira on the bench. Now we can play Stones there. We can play Marcel Ox, who of course we're retraining to play in the right back role. Or I'm gonna put the kid in. I'm gonna put Marcel Ox in. Of course we could put Stones in, but I'd rather put the kid in and play him there for just his second time in a Millwall shirt. So I mean, if we're retraining him there, we may as well play him there to watch his progression be quicker in that role. So it's still leading by a goal regardless. 22 minutes to go. There is a highlight here for the Magpies, who have been quiet all game. We're waiting for them to explode into life and get some chances. That's yet to happen as O'Reilly finds Marek, and there might be a chance here for us to go 2 goals up. The Cat's on the ball, plays it back towards Paolo, and it's a great ball back inside to Kuchar, a brilliant finish, and it's 2-0 to Lions, back in the starting 11 for Dale Kabaki after a poor performance on the weekend, and what a finish by the captain. Plays a 1-2 with Paolo. It was a lovely through ball by the box-to-box midfielder as well, and the Czech striker with a brilliant finish on the volley. Pereira gets a touch, but can't keep it out. 2-0 Lions, 22 minutes to go. Surely we're heading back to the FA Cup final for the first time in the series. 24 years ago, the 3-0 defeat in Wales against Manchester United in the FA Cup final at the Millennium Stadium. Heading back there, this time to take on Arsenal. And hopefully this time we'll celebrate our first FA Cup of the series. And that'll be 3 straight years with silverware too, as Keith O'Connell is sent down the right-hand side and crosses Benker goes up and makes it 3, and that should do it now. 11.5 minutes to go, and the win secured. Keith doesn't get a goal today. He's been scoring goals left, right, and centre this season, but that's a nice assist there, and Julian Ben gets his 4th goal in 2 since returning, back to his best. And whenever Benker does return from an injury or suspension, he always plays really well and gets a goal in his next game. O'Connell across, nice deep cross to deliver to the far post. Benker would have finished 3-0. So I guess the only negative to today's episode so far has been the injury to Ranieri, but there's another negative right on cue. With 7 minutes to go, the first goal conceded, Guest with the finished, and it's 3-1. Should be nothing other than a consolation goal, really. Nice quick counter by Newcastle there down the right-hand side. Flores beats his man and whips one into the centre, and it's a nice header just outside the 6-yard area. So 3-1, 7 minutes to go. That's their only attempt on target, and it's found the back of the net, but I think we should be okay. But there is a highlight directly afterwards, and maybe I spoke too soon. It's Ramadani into the goal scorer, and Guest's ball finds a Rattle. Nice cross to the far post. Nana heads it away, but straight to Rattle. Shot cleared by Stones, but the danger not clear. Guest to Georgian, who crosses, and it should have been 3-2. Rattle hits the post. He rattles the post. Well done. And it's still 3-1. What a let-off as the Magpies almost scored 2 quick goals to get right back in this one. And here they come again. Where have they been all afternoon? Gooson's on the ball, takes it around his man and plays it backwards. And I'm starting to panic a little bit here. Long ball sent forward. The check is there. Back towards Rulli. Just calm it down, lads, because we're almost there. Is there a calm down shout? There we go. Calm it down, lads. We're almost there. Guest heads it on towards Ramadani. The ball finds Rattle. And Rattle's ball towards Flores should be cut out. I'm starting to panic here. Louise sends it long. Come on, John. Settle the nerves. Settle the nerves. Mr. Reliable into Marek Kuchar. And the shot is very tame. And Pereira has a very simple claim. But that should do it. We're into the final 5 minutes of stoppage time. And we've got one highlight here. We are almost there. I don't know where this has come from, Newcastle. But again, they're coming forward after we surrender possession. Flores running at the check. Beats him. Goes for goal. Fires it off target. We've totally lost it towards the end of the game here. Well, it's not going to matter. The referee has blown the full-time whistle. And we've got the win, but I tell you what, a couple of late chances for Newcastle, and I was beginning to worry a little bit there. We get the job done though, 3 goals to 1 the final score, and we'll say congratulations lads, you've all dreamt of playing in the final, and now you're going to be doing it. I'm delighted for you all, and everyone is extremely delighted, apart from Julian Benker. And he's happy, that's good enough. So yeah, 3 on the final score, and we're heading to the FA Cup final for the first time in the series. And again, it's the only chance we've got of silverware this season. So this might be the first silverware-less season in the past 3 years if we fail to win it. We'll take on Arsenal in the FA Cup final, and I'm looking forward to it, but unfortunately Ranieri is going to miss it. Damn it, I'm not going to put injections on, I never do that. 4 to 5 weeks of twisted ankle. So we're going to miss Ranieri and Carl Allsop for the FA Cup final. Not good news. I'm just noticing he's changed his nationality. He was eligible to represent both Brazil and Poland. And he didn't get the call up for Brazil, so he's now going to represent Poland. That's quite interesting. But there you go. So that went in today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. Big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please drop a like, as likes are, of course, very much appreciated. And they really help the channel out as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic evening. And I'll see you for the next episode very soon, where we shall return with the... I'll tell you what we'll do. If we're in trouble for a top 4 place, then we'll return slightly earlier. But if we're going to be coasting to a top 4 place, which looks quite likely now, we'll come back for the final 2 games of the Premier League season against Wolves at home, and then Sheffield Wednesday away at Hillsborough as well. And then the final episode of the season will be Arsenal in the FA Cup final as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Have an awesome night. Much love to you, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon. Bye. Buzz buzz.